Bitcoin is down. Bitcoin got its butt kicked last night, and it's been getting its butt kicked for the entire month. Right now, today on the Black Financial Channel, I want to talk about Bitcoin, and I want to ask a basic question. Is this temporary or could this be permanent? So, we're going to break down what's going on with Bitcoin. I'm going to catch you guys up on what's happening with cryptocurrency. Get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I am your friendly neighborhood finance professor. We talk about Black wealth and Black economics on this channel every day. And the only qualification to be here is that you must put the Black community first. You must put our community at the top of the priority list. If you agree with this philosophy that we should solve our own problems and put ourselves at the top of the list, put a hashtag B and the number one in the chat. Hashtag B1 is our calling card to let people know that we are here to solve our problems, not here to solve anybody else's problems. So, what's going on, Glenn F. and Chris Webb and Onyx and Courtney Tarver and everyone else? Let's talk about Bitcoin. How many of you, give me a yes or no in the chat. Give me a yes or no if you've noticed how Bitcoin has been getting body slammed this whole entire month. How many of you are investors in Bitcoin or some other cryptocurrency? Let me know how you feel and what's been going on, and if you're involved. I think it's good to be a crypto investor. This has been a great year for crypto. Bitcoin is up. Bitcoin, among other cryptos. I mean, there are some cryptos that have gone up as much as 70,000% this year. I'm not kidding. There are some that have literally gone up from like half a penny to $5 or whatever. So there are some cryptos that are doing extremely well, even with the dip that's occurring right now. The question is, we know this is a dip, but is it really a dip? Dip, baby, dip. Is it really a dip? Or do you think it's a dip, right? A lot of pricing is very relative. A lot of times, what we think is a dip really is the tip of an iceberg that that requires a greater reflection on the magnitude of what's happened to that asset over the last, year, 2 years, 5 years. So, if you look at what's going on with Bitcoin now, it's hard to argue that Bitcoin is not in a dip. It's hard to argue that Bitcoin is not cheap right now because Bitcoin, from what I understand, I think it dropped down to $36,000, which down from a high of 64,000 is pretty crazy, pretty terrible. It's pretty massive, and so in that regard, you can argue that Bitcoin is dipping, that this is a dip. But on the other hand, if you look at the last year, Bitcoin is up 276%. So, there aren't that many financial assets you could buy that will triple in value within 1 year. So, I want to ask everybody this. We know that there are people who are fly by nighters. We know there are people who want to make the fast money. I don't really talk to you guys about how to make the fast money. I want you to make the slow money. I don't teach you how to make the short money. I want you to make the long money. So, how many of you are long term holders of Bitcoin? How many of you held Bitcoin in 2018? Give me a yes or no. How many of you held Bitcoin in 2019? Because like they say in the New Edition song, can you stand the rain? Anybody can come in when the money's good and the money's being made. But the real investors are the ones who show themselves now. The real investors are the ones who can sit in those dark periods and say, I'm not really tripping over what's happening this month or this week because I'm thinking about the next 5 years. So if you are a Bitcoin holder, if you are a person who was holding crypto, let's say back as early as before 2017, 2017 is the last time you had a period of what is called irrational exuberance. 2017 is the last time you had insane price rises in crypto that had people, maxing out the credit card, going out and getting bank loans to buy more crypto, putting the rent money down on crypto, buying things anybody remember BitConnect? BitConnect was that Ponzi scheme, and I warned everyone that it was a Ponzi scheme, and people said, "No, Doc, you wrong, you hating, Doc, you hating." And guess what? BitConnect turned out to be a Ponzi scheme. I told you guys that it was. And so there was a lot of crazy chaos and frenzy at that time. And there are sharks out here that take advantage of those who become economically drunk. When you get drunk, they will drug your drink and get you tipsy. And next thing you know, they're taking money out of that ass. So at the end of the day, these frenzied moments are the times where you have to be very careful. Warren Buffett has a statement that I really love where he says, you should be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. Fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. So when everybody's making money, everybody's going and dumping all this money into crypto and doing things that I advise against, like I put 90% of my money into crypto. I'm like, you're gonna get burned, buddy. You're gonna lose your money. So Bitcoin right now is burning a lot of people. There was a guy who actually there was a quote where a guy basically said something like, he said, being a crypto investor is very easy, but being a crypto trader is hard. So if you're an investor, it's easy. If you invest, you are like a farmer. You plant a seed and you let it grow. You're not thinking about what's happening today. You're not thinking about what's happening this week. You're not worried about this month. You're thinking about the next 5 years, right? And but if you're a trader and you're trying to get that fast money, that hit it and quit it, those financial versions of a one night stand, well, if you run around spending your life chasing one night stands, all you're gonna end up with is babies, mamas, and STDs. So don't chase those financial one night stands. I want you to plant a seed and let it grow. So I want you guys do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button. I'm about to explain to you a couple of dynamics that are happening with crypto and Bitcoin that are probably explaining what's going on with the price fluctuations that are occurring right now. Hit the thumbs up button. Take 1 second. Please hit that thumbs up button, share, subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. Also, our crypto investing masterclass starts on June 4th. Or sorry, June 8th. Excuse me, June 8th. So if you're interested, you can go to cryptoinvestingmasterclass.com. The URL is right there on the screen. Feel free to go there and take a look. All right. So give me a yes or no. How many of you in here that own crypto? How many of you plan to hold your crypto for at least another 3 to 5 years? How many of you can do this? I need y'all to, Pastor Boyce is speaking right now. And so now I got three personas. We got Dr. Boyce, Uncle Boyce, and Pastor Boyce. Pastor Boyce is when I start preaching, and Uncle Boyce is when I'm giving you advice on life and success. And Dr. Boyce is when we talk about financial stuff. So right now, we're bring Pastor to basically commit yourself to the Church of Hodl. The Church of Hodl. Hodl stands for life. So how many of you plan to hold your crypto for 3 to 5 years? How many of you can say, put a yes in the chat if you're going to hold your crypto for 3 to 5 years? If you've got assets that you're going to hold, not just for the fast money, but for the long money, not for the short money, but for the long slow money. Okay, good, thank you. Okay, I see yeses in the chat. Very smart. And let me tell you why that's smart. It's smart because crypto has a very bright future. The blockchain is never going to go away. The blockchain is too extraordinary for it to ever disappear. And while we don't know exactly which cryptos are going to take off, we know that the concept of the blockchain is going to be around. We know the concept of digital money, which has always been there anyway. It's only going to expand. We know that platforms like Ethereum are so beautiful and elegant and extraordinarily designed and have so much of a committed, dedicated community that they're not going to go away. And so effectively, if you are a long-term hodler, then what you do is you're looking at this situation, you're looking at the dip, and you're buying the dip. Now you're not going to go crazy because you don't think you're going to get your money back right away. I want you to kind of understand what's happening here. What you're seeing right now is the possibility that the party could be over. Like the party really could be over. I know that this past year we've had ups and downs where it's like, oh, Bitcoin dipped and I bought it and it went back up to 50 grand. It might do that, but what's happening now, what I'm noticing now, is that a lot of your institutional players, a lot of the people that were going to prop up the price of Bitcoin, your money managers, your multi-billion-dollar funds, they're kind of backing up a little bit because they don't like the volatility. They don't like the fact that they could lose $1 billion in wealth in a day. They don't like that. They don't like that. So they're kind of backing up and saying, yeah, this Bitcoin thing is intriguing, blockchain is intriguing, but we're going to take a different route. We're not going to go head on and get our heads blown off. We're going to take our money and go put it into something that allows us to be part of an emerging technology, maybe a company that does something in the blockchain is where we can buy stock in that company as opposed to actually buying the crypto itself. Because the volatility of Bitcoin is the one thing that makes it just such a crazy investment. And I'm not just talking about Bitcoin. I'm really talking about a lot of the cryptos. My God, it's bananas how what they're doing. So you could be settling in for a long winter's nap. This could be something where Bitcoin and crypto could go dormant again for another 3 years. Last time it went dormant for 3 years, from about 2017 to 2020. I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up going dormant again because there's so many people that are doing so much to try to undermine the growth in its valuation, starting with countries like China that are doing everything but trying to ban crypto. A lot of people say that crypto can't be stopped, it can't be banned. Well, it can be banned in China. They can stop it in China because they got the guns in China, and China don't care about your feelings. They're not like the U.S. government where they're like, oh, let's vote on it, let's debate on it. They're like, no, if we catch you doing something we told you not to do, we're going to come and kidnap you in the middle of the night. Your family won't see you for another 6 to 8 weeks. And if you ever get out of this situation, you will be emerging with a big apology and a $10 million fine that you're going to have to pay just to show everyone else what will happen to them if they violate this law. So when China bans Bitcoin and bans crypto mining and is trying to do their best to undermine the trade of crypto, that's devastating. That's terrible. Elon Musk has been flip flopper of the year. One minute he loved Bitcoin, next minute he hates it, next minute he says he kind of likes it. I'm kind of sad. I'm a big fan of Elon Musk. I wasn't a fan of any of the stuff that he did recently. So my question with Bitcoin and crypto in general is, who are the big backers? Where's the superhero? Who's the superhero? Who's the person that has access to $40 billion in some sort of mutual fund that's going to step out here and risk his job and risk billions of dollars to say, I believe in Bitcoin? I think those people are gone. I really do. These people, unfortunately, in the United States, the Chinese government has a legitimate critique of the way things are done in America. The critiques center around three key areas. They said that westernized culture has a problem forming a consensus because everybody's always fighting. They said also the westernized culture values the individual over the group. Also, they said westernized culture does not think long term, they only think short term. So, one of the problems that you have is that many of the fund managers that have the billions of dollars that they could commit to crypto, they don't think like people like Kathy Wood at ARK Investing. Kathy Wood is the smartest white woman I know because Kathy Wood is not investing to try to impress her investors over the next quarter. She doesn't care about what her returns are for the next 6 months. She doesn't care about how well she does in the year 2021. Kathy Wood is going to be one of the wealthiest women in the history of this planet for one clear reason. She is a long term investor. She sees the big picture and doesn't get muddled down with the small details. She focuses on what's going to happen 5 years from now, not what's going to happen 5 months from now. Kathy Wood is, to me, one of the great white hopes of investing because she's a person that will plant her money there and allow that stuff to grow and allow nature to take its course. So, if you want to be smart, I say you may want to take a note from Kathy Wood. I invest every week in some of her funds because I like the way she thinks. I like the fact that she's not engaged in the myopic meaning short sighted. She's not engaged in the problematic behavior of many other fund managers and CEOs who are only concerned about performance for this year. Life is a lot bigger than the year 2021. So Bitcoin will, I believe Bitcoin's going to survive. But also, I don't know if Bitcoin's going to survive completely. I believe it will, but I don't know if it will. So I diversify. I invest in other cryptos. So if you want to know my 2 cents on what's going on with Bitcoin and what's going on with this dip, this could be something that could last a long time. Do not believe that it can just flip back tomorrow. Your Dogecoin has dropped about 31 cents per coin. It may never go back up. So it's okay to take some of your profits because I'm not really sure if I feel the same way about the crypto space now that I did 6 months ago. Long term, nothing has changed. Short term, the haters are starting to have a lot of power and they are undermining the value of these cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin has been beaten down by the news. It's been beaten down by tweets and headlines. And that right there is an inherent risk factor in itself. The fact that an asset can have 20% of its value destroyed by a tweet should right there tell you that that's a very dangerous place to put your family wealth. So make sure while you're investing in Bitcoin, make sure you're putting your money in the stable companies, the Apples and the Microsofts that are cranking 50 billion, $100 billion a quarter, the Amazons that are making real money. They have real factories where the future is now. Put your money into some of those companies too. Don't just hinge everything on crypto because that's a great way to go broke. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on the issue. I hope that this helps some of you understand what's going on. If you could, please hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button on your way out. And also, the crypto investing masterclass starts next week in the Black Business School. I will be leading that masterclass. So if you want to get access to experts that can help you become good at crypto investing, feel free to go to cryptoinvestingmasterclass.com. The URL's on the screen. Have a good day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Peace.